Welcome to this self-paced education series on the Unified Service Management Method. This series of short videos will introduce you to a method that can help simplify service management for the entire enterprise. My name is John Worthington. I've had more than 40 years in IT and more than half of that in service management. You can find out more about my professional background on my LinkedIn page. I made these videos as an easy, affordable way to quickly get an understanding of what the USM method is and why it's important. After wrestling with best practice frameworks for more than 2 decades, while business and technology have continued to accelerate, it's pretty clear that this has resulted in a complexity that's increasingly difficult to manage. The shift to enterprise service management and our desire to achieve customer-driven levels of maturity will continue to be stifled unless we address this complexity. The enterprise needs a way to leverage existing and emerging best practice frameworks, but they also need to simplify service management in order to meet the needs of the digital future. USM is a simple method for establishing an enterprise-wide service management system that's consistent with and complementary to existing practice frameworks and standards. With the USM method, you can get in control of your service delivery with a management system of 5 processes and 8 workflows. USM is a methodical approach that's based on a service management architecture and establishes a service management system. And while there's a lot of guidance on what a management system should do, like the ISO 9000 guidance, there's not been much guidance that tells us how a management system should be constructed or how we can maintain it in a sustainable way. USM gives you a method for doing that. USM provides a standardized, unified link for sustainable supply chains and service ecosystems. The non-redundant USM process model and standardized workflows can be used by any service provider, can leverage any combination of practice frameworks, and work with any organizational topology. USM has been field tested in Europe for almost a decade and is used by a rapidly growing list of customers. And they found that USM improved the agreements they had with customers, enabled the development of more effective routines, improved customer experience, simplified compliance and automation requirements, and made collaboration across the service ecosystem more efficient. If you're like most enterprises, you're trying to keep pace with complexity, and that's why now is the time to rethink your management system. And the USM method can help you do that. The Unified Service Management Method is owned by the nonprofit SURVUZ Foundation, and so it's affordable. You can go to the USM Portal and view the USM library for free. There's also a USM repository, which is an online copy of the book, An Introduction to the USM Method. You can get a subscription or a hard copy for about $50. There's also a public forum available where all things USM are discussed. Just go to the USM portal to register. These self-paced education videos are not the same as the USM Foundation training, which is an APMG accredited course. The USM portal outlines the USM education scheme in detail. So you won't see any exams, quizzes, or games in these videos, but I will provide links to additional information. Now, if you're planning on leading a deployment of the USM method for your organization, formal certification is recommended. Here's what I hope you'll get out of this video series. If you're not familiar with service management, I'll provide you with a brief overview of how service management evolved, where it is now, and why simplification is so needed today. You'll understand the importance of a logically repeatable and unambiguous definition of a service and how USM achieves this. Recognize the difference between process and service-based mindsets and how they relate to continuous improvement. You'll know the 5 USM processes and how they enable 8 workflows for all service interactions. You'll get an understanding of how the USM method complements enterprise governance and practice frameworks. You'll know where to look for more information, and you'll be well prepared to take the USM Foundation certification course if you choose to do that. Here's an outline that shows each section. Now, you're free to take as long as you like, but you should be able to complete the course in well under half a day, even if you read all of the additional material that I provide via links. If you're moving to enterprise service management, struggling with practice frameworks, considering new tooling, or just want to simplify service management for your enterprise, then I think you'll find this time very well spent.